Okay, hi. Thank you for agreeing to this short interview. I would like to ask you a few questions about your experience with Samsung products and your thoughts on sustainability. So,
Hmm.
the first question, what Samsung devices do you currently use, and what influenced you to choose Samsung over other brands?
I'm currently using a Samsung Galaxy S22, their Galaxy Buds 2, and I also used to own the Samsung A71 before I upgraded it. So when I first chose Samsung, it was mainly because I felt that their phones, it gives better customization and a lot more flexibility compared to their competitors like Apple in this case. And I also like being able to personalize my phone layout, download apps without any restrictions. For school use, I also needed a device that can transfer files easily as well. So between my laptops and my phone, so the compatibility of Windows, it played a big part as well. And another thing that influenced me was that a lot of my family members, they use Samsung, so I guess it felt familiar and also convenient that I can ask for help, share chargers and accessories also. And I guess over time, Samsung phones also tend to have good screens and cameras, so it matters a lot for my everyday use.
Okay. Uh, so, from your experience when buying a new device, how much does sustainability or environmental impact influence your decision?
Honestly speaking, in the past, never really cared about sustainability at all. I only looked at specs, the technical specs, and price. But I guess over the last year or two, I became more aware about it because of the amount of e-waste that we generate. And also, we see a lot of videos online about landfills, how fast fashion and electronics contribute to pollution also. So, while sustainability won't be my number one priority, it definitely influences my thinking also. So I would say if two products perform similarly, but one has more eco-friendly features, I'll most likely go for that option because I think many use they'll feel the same way. We care about the environment, but we also need the product to be practical and affordable for us.
Okay. Before this interview, were you aware of Samsung's circular economy or sustainability initiatives?
Honestly, not really. I only knew that they had like trade-in programs because I always see the poster in store, and I also didn't know anything about recycled materials being used for their products. And I also didn't know that Samsung had target goals for reducing carbon emissions or using renewable energy. So that I feel like they don't show it very clearly, and their ads also focus more on the specs like the camera, the battery life. So as a consumer, sustainability is more of a side note. So I feel that Samsung they are doing things, but most people my age simply don't really hear much about it.
Okay. Have you ever repaired a Samsung device before, and what was your experience like?
There was once I repaired my cracked screen. So the repair itself was okay, but the cost really shocked me. It was around $200 for a screen replacement, and I remember I hesitated for quite some time because that money could have gone into buying a whole new phone. And I also had to wait about 2 to 3 days before the parts came in because they weren't in stock. And the process also felt inconvenient, slightly expensive, and I feel like the repair experience is not very friendly for students who don't have a lot of savings. So that's why many of us would rather upgrade than repair.
See. How likely are you to use Samsung's trade-in or recycling programs?
I'm quite open to it, but the trade-in values sometimes feel quite low. So when you see online resale platforms offering better prices, you naturally choose those instead. But I do like the idea of recycling with a brand because it feels more secure and reliable, and I'll participate more if Samsung increase the trade-in value slightly or give extra incentives like student vouchers or loyalty points.
I see. Are there any concerns that you have about recycling electronics?
See, my biggest worry is privacy because if my phone cannot turn on, then I have no way to reset it. And I also don't really feel comfortable recycling something that still has my personal data. Yeah, and I want Samsung to also be able to show clearly that they wipe data securely. And I guess another concern is the lack of privacy also and transparency. So I want to know what happens after the phone is being recycled too.
I see. What do you think Samsung could do better to promote their circular economy practices?
I guess they need to re-modernize their communication because young people they don't need long reports and using TikTok videos, infographics, campus events they definitely help also. And they can also show how devices are recycled, how the materials are recovered, and how the refurbished phones can also help the environment.
Mm. Okay, so through all of this, what is your overall impression of Samsung's sustainability efforts?
think Samsung, they are really doing a lot behind the scenes, but I guess the problem that they have is communication. So consumers nowadays, they barely know about what Samsung is doing. So I guess there is a big gap between their efforts that they put in and the public awareness which they need to gain also.
Okay, that's all the questions that I have. Thank you for taking your time to do this interview.
Thank you.